You've probably seen AI generated art that's so good it makes you wonder, am I still gonna have a job? Will AI replace artists? As a full-time artist myself, I have some thoughts and I have some ways to protect our work from AI. Tools like Midjourney or DALL-E are designed to create art using algorithms and machine learning. You type in a description and in seconds you have a piece of art. No offense, AI, if you're listening, don't kill me. AI can produce visuals incredibly fast, which is amazing for industries like advertising or graphic design, where speed is crucial. Not so amazing for human artists who depend on their creativity for a living. One of the major issues is how this technology impacts jobs. AI is now being used in areas where human artists were traditionally hired, like concept art for movies, book covers, even album artwork, which means fewer opportunities for human artists, especially those just starting out or working freelance. Another concern, bear with me, this might feel a bit heavy, but I promise it gets more optimistic from here. I just think it's important to address this first. Another concern is the way these AI tools are being trained. They pull from millions of existing artworks, photographs, and styles without the original artist's consent, which means your artwork could be used to train AI without your permission and then generate something that competes with your livelihood. Understandably, that's super frustrating and scary for many of us creatives. And it raises big ethical questions. Who owns the rights to an AI generated piece if it was created using elements of your work? And how can artists protect themselves from their creations being used in ways they didn't even agree to? So what can we do to protect our work? Here's a few tips. 1, be mindful of where you share your art online. So when you're posting your art on social media or other platforms, consider watermarking your work to make it less appealing for unauthorized use. You can use visible watermarks or invisible ones, which are harder to remove. Also, check out Glaze and Nightshade, which are anti-AI tools specifically designed to protect artists' styles. It works by subtly altering your images in ways that disrupt their use in AI training, and it's not noticeable to the human eye. So basically, it distorts the way AI sees and processes it. Powerful way to protect your artistic style from being replicated by AI. Another good option, share lower resolution versions of your art online. This way, even if someone tries to use your work without permission, they won't have access to the high quality files needed for professional reproduction. Support platforms that prioritize artists' rights, not Instagram. Some organizations are actively working to give artists control over how their work is used. Kara, for example, is a platform that prioritizes artist protection from AI. Speak up and raise awareness. Join conversations about AI ethics in the art world. Stay active in these discussions and share your experiences, because by doing that, we're contributing to the growing pressure on AI developers to implement better safeguards and ethical practices. Protecting your work can feel a little bit overwhelming, but these steps are a really good starting point. Remember that your voice as an artist matters. By staying informed, supporting ethical platforms, joining the conversation, connecting with other creatives going through similar issues, we can help shape the future of art in the AI era. In the same breath, it's important to remember that while AI can replicate visual elements, it cannot replicate the heart, the soul, the personal story that goes into a piece of art. It's a remix machine. It's not a true creator. No offense. Which brings me to my next point. Why AI won't replace artists. Art is more than just visuals. Again, it's about emotion, storytelling, connection. As artists, we don't just create pretty pictures. We pour our lives, our struggles, and our joys into our work. AI doesn't have lives. It doesn't have lives, it doesn't have struggles, it doesn't have joys, it doesn't have emotions, lived experiences, or the ability to tell a deeply personal story. But when I create a piece, it's not just about what's on the canvas, it's about the inspiration behind it, the hours of effort, and the connection it builds with my audience. Not to get all woo-woo on you, but personally, I feel like something greater than myself is creating through me. Like I'm just a tool being used to bring a message into the world. I don't take full credit for my creations because as creators, I believe we're simply tapping into a creative flow that's bigger than us. It's a stream of inspiration that AI doesn't have access to. That's something AI can never replicate. Collectors and art lovers care about the artist behind the work. They want to know your story. They want to know your process and your vision. AI art is cool, but it does not come with that human connection. And let's not forget originality. AI is limited to the data it's trained on. It can't innovate or create trends the way humans can. Artists are the ones who push boundaries and redefine what art can be, not AI. I'm not going to ignore the challenges. AI does raise some concerns for artists, for sure. Another big issue is oversaturation. AI makes it easy to produce massive amounts of art. Anybody can do it, which could flood the market with similar looking work, which could make it harder for artists to stand out. Then there's the ethical side. Many AI tools use existing artworks as data, and that's often without the original artist's permission. And that's a serious problem, and it's one that's sparking heated debates in the art world. And yes, the fear of job loss. For commercial artists especially, like AI could definitely permanently replace some roles. But, and this is important, it will not eliminate the need for human creativity altogether. Also, change is inevitable. It always has been, especially in the art world. Think about it. When photography was invented, some feared it would replace traditional painting. It didn't. Instead, it became a new art form that coexists with the others. The same thing happened with digital art. It didn't eliminate oil painting or charcoal drawings or sculpture. It simply expanded the creative possibilities for artists. Change often feels intimidating, but history shows us that new tools and technologies don't erase the old. They add to the richness and diversity of the art world. So what can we do as artists? Instead of seeing AI as a threat, we can use it as a tool. We could use AI to brainstorm ideas, explore new styles, or speed up parts of our workflow. It's like any other tool. Paintbrush, tablet, camera, ultimately it's there to help you, not replace you. That's the way I look at it. More importantly, focus on what makes you unique, your personal style, your vision, and the way you connect with your audience. Those are things no AI can replicate. Build your brand, share your process, and let people see the human behind the art. I honestly feel like we're headed towards a point where AI is going to be so pervasive, where there's just so much AI shit everywhere that people will begin to seek out and prefer human-made creations. I think human creativity is going to have a certain prestige and rarity, almost like how we view vintage or handcrafted items today. It'll carry a sense of authenticity and soul that makes it highly desirable and valuable. To be a creative human being in a world full of artificial creativity, like the ability to just be a genuinely creative person, will stand out as something truly unique. It's going to be even more cherished, even more special, even more appreciated and celebrated. And don't stop learning. Stay creative, stay curious, experiment with new mediums, techniques, yes, even technology. The art world is evolving as it always has been, and we have the opportunity to evolve with it. Will AI replace artists? I don't think so. AI is a powerful tool, but it's not a creator. It doesn't have our emotions, doesn't have a soul. As artists, we bring something irreplaceable to the table, our humanity. People care far more about the message and the person behind a piece of art than they do about its technical perfection. If we're comparing who can create the most technically flawless art in the least amount of time, AI, hands down, they win. But art is so much deeper than that. For example, look at platforms like YouTube. People seem to be moving away from the perfectly edited, high production videos. Instead, they're drawn to raw, minimally edited content. Someone sitting in their car, speaking their truth, even if the lighting is bad, even if the sound isn't perfect. Why? Because it's real, it's authentic, it's human. People connect to the message and the soul behind it, not the production value. It may seem like AI is just gonna take things over forever, but I strongly sense that just like those high production YouTube videos had their moment, it inevitably ends and it dies down, and people always come back to craving what's human. They're craving human connection, because that's what art has always fundamentally been about. It's the ability to connect with each other through our stories and our visions. At the heart of it, humans crave connection. Even if we're not consciously aware of it, we want to feel part of something. We want to feel understood. We want to belong. We want to be part of something greater than ourselves. Art has always been a bridge for that. The pieces that resonate most with us do so because of the story they carry and the emotions they evoke, not because of their technical perfection. There's something profound about knowing a work of art was created by another human, someone who shares the same struggles, the same joys, and humanity as you. That's what makes human created art hit different. It carries a depth, a soul, a connection that AI can never replicate. And that's why it'll always hold a unique and irreplaceable value. As long as we stay true to that, there's always going to be a place for us. I think. I hope. So what's your take? Do you see AI as a threat, a tool, or maybe something entirely different? Let me know. I'm curious. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. And I'm sorry for my hair.